What if it works out? Sit with that question. Let it breathe. Let it hit the part of you that's been silent for too long, because you don't ask that question. You ask the dangerous one, the weak one, the familiar one. What if I fail? That question has shaped your life more than any decision you've ever made. It decided what you tried. It decided what you avoided. It decided how small you played. Doubt didn't arrive loudly. It crept in slowly, one excuse at a time, one delay at a time, one "I'll do it tomorrow" at a time. Doubt doesn't attack your strength. It attacks your movement. And when movement stops, life decays. Dreams don't die because you're incapable. They die because you hesitate. Look back honestly. Not with shame. With clarity. How many times did you quit before you even began? How many times did you convince yourself it wasn't the right time? How many times did you confuse fear with logic? Doubt is patient. It waits for stillness. Like a shadow at sunset, it grows longer the longer you stand still. It stretches across your mind, across your confidence, across your future. But something powerful happens when you move. Take one step forward. The shadow shrinks. Take another step. It shrinks again. Movement suffocates doubt. That's why discipline is dangerous. That's why action scares weak thinking. Lions don't sit in the grass asking if they're worthy of the hunt. They don't analyze their chances. They don't debate their potential. Hunger commands them. Instinct moves them, and you were not born to live trapped inside your head. You were born to build, to act, to fight forward. Confidence is not required to start. It is earned after you move. Discipline comes first. Action comes first. Belief comes later. But you've been waiting for belief. You've been waiting to feel ready. Waiting to feel confident. Waiting to feel sure. That feeling is a lie. Belief is built through evidence. Evidence is built through action. Every time you do the hard thing, you vote for a stronger identity. Every time you quit, you vote for weakness. And after enough votes, that's who you become. Hear this clearly. The voice telling you to wait is not protecting you. It is sabotaging you. Fear wears the mask of wisdom. It pretends to be careful. It pretends to be smart. But safety is expensive. It costs you your potential. Ask a better question. Not "what if I fail?" Ask this: what if it works out? What if this time you don't quit? What if this discipline compounds? What if this pain has a purpose? What if the man you're becoming is watching you right now, waiting to see if you move? You don't need guarantees. You need commitment. Stand up, even if your hands shake. Even if your voice cracks. Even if your past is heavy. Move anyway, because the world does not reward intention. It rewards execution. And the moment you choose movement over doubt, you stop being a victim of fear and start becoming a force. You say you want more money, more respect, more freedom, more power, more life, but your daily habits expose the truth. You want success, but you choose comfort. You want greatness, but you choose ease. Comfort is not rest. Comfort is a trap. It doesn't hurt you immediately. It numbs you slowly. It says, you deserve a break. You've worked hard enough. Tomorrow is fine. And tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next year. And one day you wake up older, frustrated, and wondering what happened. Comfort is a silent killer. It doesn't stab you in the chest. It puts you to sleep while your potential suffocates. Every great man paid a price in discomfort. Early mornings when the bed screamed louder than purpose. Late nights when quitting felt logical. Lonely seasons with no applause. Comfort builds weak men. Discomfort builds kings. The gym hurts before it transforms you. Discipline hurts before it frees you. Work hurts before it pays you. You cannot have both comfort and greatness. You must choose, and comfort is expensive. It costs time. It costs growth. It costs identity. You were not born to be safe. You were born to be capable. Storms don't apologize for the damage they cause. They move with force. With certainty, stop asking life to be easier. Ask yourself to be stronger, because comfort is stealing the life you could have lived. You keep waiting for the right feeling, the spark, the push, the motivation. That moment is a myth. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is structural. Motivation disappears when things get hard. Discipline carries you through. Warriors don't wait to feel inspired before battle. Kings don't delay decisions until fear disappears. They move because movement is who they are. Do it tired. Do it scared. Do it uncertain. Because action creates momentum. Momentum creates belief. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your habits. Build habits that don't require emotion. Move. Your environment is shaping you. What you hear, what you watch, who you listen to. Weak conversations create weak thoughts. Weak thoughts create weak actions. Weak actions create weak lives. If you stay around excuses, you will master excuses. Protect your focus like it's your throne. Because it is. Loneliness is better than being surrounded by people who keep you small. Upgrade your environment. Or accept your limits. Fear talks a lot. It talks when you're alone. It talks when you're about to begin. It talks loudest when you're standing at the edge of growth. Fear doesn't show up when you're doing nothing. It shows up when you're about to do something that matters. And that's how you know the truth. Fear is not a warning sign. It is a confirmation. Fear says, you're not ready. Fear says, you'll fail. Fear says, people will laugh. Fear says, stay where you are. Fear is a liar. It tells stories about the future you haven't even tested. It creates disasters that don't exist. It turns imagination against you. But here's the truth, most men never learn. If it scares you, it matters. If it terrifies you, it will change you. Fear guards the next level. Every breakthrough in your life will come with fear attached to it. New territory always feels dangerous. Growth always feels uncomfortable. Fire does not destroy steel. Fire reveals it. Pressure doesn't crush kings. It crowns them. Think about every strong man you admire. Every leader. Every warrior. Every builder. None of them avoided fear. They walked straight through it. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is movement, despite fear. Your hands may shake. Your voice may crack. Your mind may scream for retreat. Move anyway. Fear loses power the moment you take action. It shrinks when confronted. It runs when chased. But if you listen to it, it grows. You've been negotiating with fear, trying to silence it, trying to outthink it. Stop. Fear is not meant to be defeated with logic. It is defeated with action. Run toward it. Speak when your voice trembles. Act when your chest is tight. Choose growth when comfort feels safer. That's how men are forged. That's where your future is hiding. This is where most men lose the war, not to failure, not to fear, but to themselves. You say you'll wake up early. You don't. You say you'll train. You don't. You say you'll focus. You don't. And every broken promise does damage, not to your reputation, to your identity. You stop trusting yourself. And when a man doesn't trust himself, he becomes weak from the inside. Self-respect is not built by motivation. It is built by self-honor, doing what you said you would do, especially when no one is watching, especially when it's uncomfortable. Discipline is self-respect in action. Every time you keep your word, you reinforce strength. Every time you break it, you reinforce weakness. And over time, that becomes who you are. Say less. Do more. Stop announcing goals. Start executing quietly. Your life does not need more inspiration. It needs standards. Standards are non-negotiable. Standards don't care how you feel. Raise your standards. Decide who you are, and then act like it. Every day you don't need a new plan. You need a new identity. One that does not betray itself. Now listen carefully. This is the moment. This is where everything comes together. What if the pain you're in is not punishment, but preparation? What if the struggle is shaping you instead of breaking you? What if this season of loneliness is building focus? What if this pressure is creating power? What if this resistance is forging a king? What if you don't quit? What if you stay consistent when it's boring? What if you stay disciplined when no one claps? What if you keep going when progress feels invisible? What if it works out? Most men never find out. Not because they can't, but because they stop too early. They quit at the edge. They turn back at the storm. They retreat when the fire gets hot. But you are not most men. You are still here. Still listening, still hungry. That means something. Stand up, not tomorrow, now. Fix your crown. Straighten your spine. Lift your eyes. You were not built to live small. You were not designed for comfort. You were created for responsibility. Move forward. Like destiny is watching, because it is. Your future is not waiting for permission. It is waiting for action, one step. Then another dot. And one day you will look back and realize the moment everything changed was the moment you asked a different question. Not, what if I fail? But what if it works out? And you chose to find out.